back from the dead.
Hey guys, Frozen Nexus here, doing the second part of the Reddit AMA. This is going to be the final part because I think most of the important questions have been answered, and the ones that come after this will not amount to enough content to actually warrant a video. So let's get right into it. Some of the easier things that he answered are, will there be a Mac version? And his answer was yes, the Mac version will be a thing once the open beta starts. They've already put Mac support into other games, so they already have the technology and the knowledge on how to do it, but at the moment they are currently not working on it, as it is not a priority, because again, a closed beta test is not to get everyone in or even make a large sum of money. It's just to test the game and get it ready for the open beta test. The next question was, someone on one of the devs mentioned that there will be a special cabin for all closed beta testers. So if you bought into the closed beta or got accepted, you will receive a special cabin that only you will be able to obtain. I believe you'll be able to sell it, but he said they're not allowed to talk too much about it right now. They will announce the rewards at a later time, but even they're not completely sure on what it's going to be yet. But if you didn't know, you will be getting a special cabin and maybe a few other things for being a closed beta tester. So if you're interested in getting them, you have to buy into the game, otherwise you won't be able to obtain them. You'll probably be able to buy them though, but I'm not saying that for 100%. You may not actually be able to buy them, so sorry if you're not able to. The next question was, why is Crossout free to play? I believe what he means by that is, why not make it $60 and generate the game currency in game and like that? And the answer is pretty much the Targem has worked primarily with free-to-play games with a in-game monetization market. So they wanted to stick with what they knew and what they, have the experience of working with, rather than just trying an entirely different game built on an entirely different market. And he goes on to talk about how free-to-play is not pure evil. There are benefits to both the player and the game. So and the game developers, sorry. But yeah, I kind of agree with him, Everyone has this huge stigma that War Thunder is pay to win, but I don't think War Thunder is any more pay to win than League of Legends is. So, you can argue about that all you want, but the game is going to be free to play. And if you think free-to-play is evil, I mean, that's your opinion. Everyone has their own opinions towards things like that, but personally, I think it's going to be a great system in the game. Alright, the next question is a bit of a longer question. He wanted to know, traps such as horrible white crafting part costs and the do-it-yourself container, which what he means by trap is, like, players think they are going to need these things, so they craft them, and they don't actually need them, and it sets them back. So Alexi's answer was pretty much, there used to be more traps like that, but they're trying to sequentially move them out. At the moment, they're discussing whether or not they want to still have crafting white parts in the game. They may just move it so that you earn them from in-game combat, but they aren't sure about that yet. And the do-it-yourself containers are going to stay the way they are. They may change the UI of them to make it a little, better looking than what it is, but they are purely optional, and for people who just, want to spend extra scrap to potentially get a better reward, and it's not really, that's something that he even says isn't really a low player thing. It's more like once you get to a certain stage, you're going to have a lot of scrap that you may not be using, because, like, where I am, I'm not really making a lot of parts. I'm just trying to get to the point where I can make purple parts, so I may open up some of these containers at some point, but I am not sure. Alright, so the next question is a huge response, and the question itself is pretty simple. How is premium currency really going to be in the game? And he explained this extremely well. They're trying different things with Crossout. They want to make a diverse economy, according to him. They want to make it so all things in the game, a player who doesn't buy money can also obtain by either grinding or just, earning enough coins from selling things on the market to purchase such the item. They think the benefit of this is that people are going to treat the coins almost as if they are real life currency. They're going to see buying a like Pyre launcher as, okay, a Pyre launcher is $5 to buy, rather than a just thinking that's so however many coins, which adds a cool concept to the game. But I don't know how much players will take to that. I don't think it's going to be such a huge issue. They currently do take a percentage of marketplace transactions, as well as renting workbenches, which the reason they do that is to keep the economy stable. If over time coins just got added and added to the game and none were ever taken out of the game, then we would have this issue where there would be too many coins in the game, especially after microtransactions get added. So a $20 bunch of coins would eventually be worth about $5 actually in the game. So yeah, it's a good idea. There will not be any premium stuff that donators can get only, so it's not like there's going to be a certain weapon or a certain cabin that you have to buy and that's the only way you can get it. That's not ever going to be in the game. They do say indestructible items are sellable. You get them as a small chance of crafting. Basically anyone can get these, so it's you can either spend a large sum of coins it is to buy one, or you can just keep crafting the item and hope you get lucky. But it's not really, indestructible items again aren't going to be a donators only thing. It's just a very rare chance. And he goes on to say that everything is just a huge experiment right now. They're not adding microtransactions in the closed beta. That will come in the open beta. So they're seeing how the market handles right now, and they don't mind making, decisions and testing it, because at the moment everyone's coins are going to get reset anyway. So you can be pissed off that you lost all your coins all you won, or that the market crashed and now you have no coins, but it doesn't matter, because when the game hits open beta it's going to get reset anyway. So they're not really too worried about that at the moment, which gives them a lot of time to go ahead and test the mechanics. Alright, and the next question was, and this is actually not really a real question, and it just proves how funny these devs are. As long as he says, as long as we can ask you anything, and ... is it true that Russians eat cereal with vodka for breakfast? And the answer was, of course, every single morning while listening to my pet bear playing the balakiana. Just kidding, my bear only knows dance. Yep, these stuffs are pretty funny. I actually thought I got way too much of a laugh out of that. It's not even that funny, but I thought it was funny, so I thought I'd share it with you. And finally, I'm saving my question for last because I'm the most important, motherfuckers. No, but seriously, I got the second most upvotes on here, which is awesome. Dr. Novikov beat me, but he's Russian, so the Russian devs were probably being friendly to their fellow Russian and giving him all the upvotes. I'm just kidding, that's not how Reddit works. But anyway, pretty much I asked, will there be a counter to Pyre launchers? How will microtransactions be handled? Will there be a way to earn currency? And what is Gaijin's part in development? So for Pyre launchers, they are changing the power requirements so you can't install as many of them on one vehicle. They are also thinking about changing the aim/lock-on mechanics, maybe making it a longer time to lock on rather than just instantly. And they're also thinking about countermeasures, but they said all in due time. It's not something they're currently working on. Microtransactions will be added at the start of the open beta. You probably heard me say that earlier. He answered that my question. And he said that, I talked about how my concern was that when microtransactions get handled, or get added, I can't even word my own questions, but when they get added, that everything will spike in such a rise, because most players who have currency will just be able to buy things, and more coins will be in the economy, and the more coins there are, the less valuable they actually become. And he pointed out that very simply that even if the prices do spike and you don't want to invest money into the currency, the prices will still be spiked for all items, so you'll be able to craft an item and get that much more premium currency from it, which is a very good point, and I'm a retard, so I didn't think of that. Will there be a way to get coins without buying them, which was pretty much a no, but with a few exceptions. The game itself does not generate coins, and that it never will, but there may be some events with coin rewards every so often. You know how War Thunder has events, you might be able to earn some coins from events in this game, and you also have the leaderboards, but with the events, they are going to be very similar to how the leaderboards work, and it's going to be a very fixed distributed amount, so it's not going to be a ton of coins. It's not going to be like you won $100 in coins because you took first place in an event. That's not how that's going to work. And finally, what I think is the question that I've been wondering for a while: what is Gaijin's part in the game? Currently, Gaijin is not working on anything for the game. However, the way a publisher and development company works is that they both have to agree on it. So, if Gaijin wants something added to the game, or they want to, charge this much for this, that, or the other thing, Targem also has to give it the okay. There's a lot that goes into this, and a lot of people are saying that, oh, it's a Gaijin game, so they're just going to ruin it, but that's not true. Obviously, these Targem devs are doing a great job, and they're not going to let Gaijin just step in and take over their game. That'd be ridiculous. And secondly, I don't think Gaijin is evil. I mean, War Thunder is still a good game. I don't get why people are so pissed off with Gaijin. It just seems like the stigma that really follows them around for no reason. They don't have a pay-to-win game. It's pay to progress. The only pay-to-win game particularly that I've ever seen is All Points Bulletin, where the only way to buy better guns is to buy them with real money, which is retarded, I don't know. I think Gaijin is a great studio, and they're probably going to help out a lot as the publishers. So, they're working together on this game. They're not against each other, and Gaijin isn't like forcing their hand or anything. So I think we can all agree that saying Gaijin is ruining this game, or that they're gonna make it so pay to win, is just an ignorant statement. So let's stop saying that now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I found out from a GM that drones also work as flares against homing missiles. Apparently they'll target the drone first. That was news to me, so that's awesome. But he's not a developer, he's just a game moderator, so keep that in mind. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, like, subscribe, blah blah blah, and see you in the next one. Peace out.